Our first guest this morning is a gentleman who is known to the LARP people, fans of Alberta. He is Cory Fliegel, who's the owner of Alliance Alberta, LARP, which stands for LARP, LARP, Live Action Role Play.
Live Action Role Play, absolutely.
You get to get dressed up, man.
We do. So basically what Live Action Role Playing is for anyone who's ever played or heard of like Dungeons and Dragons, World of Warcraft, this is your chance to not just sit at a table, sit at a computer, but actually dress in a character, become a character, go out for a weekend at a time, and just get to throw yourself into a role that you're normally not, and enjoy a weekend of entertainment, storytelling, some combat, some exercise, and stuff like that.
Well, this is interesting because, Cory, we did a story on this a little while ago, and take a look at LARP. Here, have a look.
What have we here? We're adventurers. I'll let my minions deal with you.
My name is Angus. I'm a fairly competent archer, and other than some of this stuff, my time is pretty much spent trying to find some, well, straight sticks.
My name's Garrett, and I like to hit stuff. And when I'm hitting stuff, I like to break stuff.
We like killing. We like fighting. Yeah! We love blood. Yeah!
We also like looting.
I can enjoy it.
Well done, adventurers. For now.
Wow, so that's it, Kate.
That is what you guys do.
That looks
so
awesome.
It's confusing to me because
Yep.
I'm wondering who's on whose side. How do you pick your characters? What are you doing?
Okay,
The green characters go on one side.
Yeah, the green character. Yeah, exactly. Basically, what happens? We have a rule book, and anyone who wants to be a player, we call PC, will choose a race and a class, and they will dress up in their costume. Anyone who wants to come out and be a monster, which is called an NPC, a non-player character, comes out and we dress them up in certain things. So the goblins you've seen, and merchants, and fairies, and gypsies, and everything else. And we basically create the story for them. So sometimes the lines do get blurred. The players do have player-on-player confrontations, and and we as plot, we just kind of wash our hands of it. That's not our job. We work on a different story. What players do to each other, we can't stop. So,
Joe, do you like this? This is intriguing, isn't it?
I think it's very interesting, especially when you consider the male to female ratio. So what is it? Are women getting behind this?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we have lots of couples coming out. My girlfriend is one of our main costumers. She did all my costuming. She does lots for the LARP. Lots of husband and wives, boyfriends, girlfriends.
But isn't there more males? Like, wouldn't this be a great place to meet guys?
Are you looking, Jody?
Yeah, Jody. I would honestly say our ratio is probably about 60-40, male to female. So we actually do have a really good group of ladies that come out and LARP and swing weapons just with the boys. And you know, several of our ladies can outfight and outduel all the guys on the field.
Kidding.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Caleb, you were interested about maybe LARPing and airsofting.
Yeah, absolutely. Because he was telling me there's a storyline, as you were saying, so pre-written. So airsoft is a new developing sport, been really popular in the last 5 years. And what it is, it's little plastic BBs. Then we can make that into, well, I was thinking we can make it into like a LARP type game where we have different teams, we have strategies, objectives, all different things you could be doing out there.
Kate, they're geeking out on us.
I know.
We're getting too excited over here.
How do you pick your character? Is it just you
It's
make
personal
your own?
choice. Yeah. In our rule book, there are 15 different races and 7 different classes, and the classes are like fighters, rogues, and stuff. And basically, we tell people pick what you want to play. I mean, if you want to play a sorcerer, throwing fire and stuff, cool. If you want to be a fighter, go ahead. If you want to be a rogue, we even have a class just called artisan for those who aren't really combat heavy, and they do merchanting and lots of heavy role-playing stuff. So
Interesting.
These are interesting. You brought these along as well too. And what exactly are these?
all right, so those are from.
Should I handle them very gently?
Very gently, yeah.
Don't throw them.
When we throw spells, we use what's a birdseed packet. I happened to find those at the Calgary Expo a year ago, and they're called fooshes.
Foosh.
Foosh, yeah, from a character from called Looking for Group named Richard. He throws fire, and the sound is foosh all the time, so they made fooshes.
That is awesome.
And as my character likes to throw a lot of fire, I throw those around, and the players know exactly when the Archmage is throwing some flame around, and they usually duck.
Okay, so when this is all going on, there's just a mayhem. We saw in the video. There's just like excitement. Have you ever been called up by the police? Have the police ever come by and said, "Hey, what are you guys up to? Freeze! Everybody, drop your big mallets."
Yeah, to drop your foam weapons. No, fortunately, when we've done things in Calgary, they're at usually Fish Creek Park, whatever, and it's more demonstration, so people. It's out in the open, so people see it going on. Like we get a really big crowd when people are fighting and stuff. So fortunately, no. And we also play out the Lions Youth Camp during our weekend events. So that's really far away from the cops, thankfully.
How authentic is it? I'm just trying to figure out how this all works.
You want to try this, don't you?
I'm still confused. I don't quite get it.
You get to dress up like wizards and princesses, and
I know.
Cool.
I think it's really cool, but I'm wondering how does everyone follow the rules?
Oh yeah.
Or is it you make things up as you go?
Well, the plot team makes things up as we go because usually players do weird things we're not expecting. We write a story for the weekend, and we kind of guess at what the players might do, and a lot of times they just go the completely opposite way, and then we write plot again for the next event, figuring out what they've done and how to forward it from there.
So it's like a pick your storybook then?
It is very much so. Yeah,
choose your adventure.
Yeah, exactly. We always say our plot team, we write the beginning of the story and the middle of the story, but the players completely write the ending because we've had things where we're like, okay, so the players should do this, and all of a sudden they go that way, and you're like, oh, that really messed things up. All right, cool, let's roll with it, and off you go.
It looks fun.
It is.
Is there a big initial cost at the beginning?
With any thing like LARP, you can get into it fairly decently cheap. You can go to thrift stores and pick up tunics and stuff for like $7. You can make foam weapons for $10, and you can then even go in and do stuff like get full armor, $1,500. LARP foam weapon, it can be $50 to $100, whatever. So it's one of those things where you can go in as much as you want, or you can do it fairly inexpensively.
And we think about the Star Wars and the Avengers movies that are coming up. That'd be kind of. Can you do a LARP with those kind of characters too? Or does it have to be all medieval?
No. There are several different types. There's post-apocalyptic. There are superhero LARPs. There are space LARPs. There are cyberpunk LARPs. There's tons of different stuff. It's just up to people to organize it and get it going.
There's a lot to learn.
You could be Princess Leia.
I could.
That would be awesome. All right, Cory, this is exciting. Thank you for being here this morning.
No problem.
We're going to ask you more questions as well too. This is fun. Owner of Alliance Alberta LARP. Look into it.